Have a blessed day. It's a good day to start new things. I am your pre-service teacher, Miss Realisa Damasin, and I am your guide in teaching and learning Mathematics 9. Before we start, I want you to get your module, pencil and ball pen, and make sure you will stay in a place that are free from any distraction. Let's begin. Good day everyone, especially to our grade 9 learners. For today, we are going to discuss theorems on trapezoids and kites. What is trapezoid? A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of opposite sides parallel. The parallel sides are called the bases, and the non-parallel sides are called the legs. I have here a trapezoid BEUT. Notice that segment BE and segment TU are parallel, and they are what we call the bases of the trapezoid. However, segment BT and EU are non-parallel sides, and they are what we call the legs of the trapezoid. The median or midline of a trapezoid is a segment which joins the midpoints of the legs of the trapezoid. In trapezoid BEUT, Y and A are the midpoints of legs BT and legs EU, respectively. Therefore, connecting these two midpoints form the median of a trapezoid. That means segment YA is the median of trapezoid BEUT. The median of a trapezoid is parallel to each base, and its length is 1/2 the sum of the lengths of the bases. So again, since segment YA is the median of trapezoid BEUT, then using the midline theorem, segment BE is parallel to segment YA and also parallel to segment TU. Also, the measurement of the midline or median YA is equal to 1/2 the sum of the segment BE and TU. Now, let us have an example. Find the length of the median of trapezoid ABCD. Remember that segment XY is the median or midline of a trapezoid ABCD. Notice that the bases measures 7 and 13. Using the midline theorem, the midline is equal to 1/2 the sum of the bases. So 7 plus 13 is equal to 20, and 1/2 of 20 is equal to 10. Therefore, the measurement of the midline XY is equal to 10. Now, let us discuss isosceles trapezoid. If the legs of the trapezoids are congruent, then it is called an isosceles trapezoid. In this example, the legs BM and EA are congruent. Therefore, it is called an isosceles trapezoid. The following are the properties and theorems of isosceles trapezoid. The first one, the base angles are congruent. Means, the measurement of angle M is congruent to the measurement of angle A. Likewise, the measure also of angle B is congruent to the measure of angle E. The second one, the diagonals of isosceles trapezoid are congruent. That means diagonal BA is congruent to diagonal EM. The third one, opposite angles are supplementary. Angle B and angle A are opposite angles. Likewise, angle M and angle E are also opposite angles. That means the measurement of angle B and the measurement of angle A must have a sum of 180 degrees. Likewise, the measurement of angle M plus the measurement of angle E is also equal to 180 degrees. Now, let us have an example. Find the measure of the angles, diagonals, bases, and medians of isosceles trapezoid. 1. Angle H is congruent to angle T, and angle M is congruent to angle A. Why? Angle H and angle T are base angles, and also angle M and angle A are also base angles. Remember that the base angle of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. Number 2. Segment MT is congruent to segment AH. Again, the diagonals of isosceles trapezoids are congruent. Number 3. If the measures of angle AMH is equals to 110 degree, then what is the measure of angle ATH? Is equals to 70 degrees. Why? Because opposite angles are supplementary. Number 4. If segment MA equals 8 and segment HT equals 16, then what is XY? Remember that segment XY is the midline of the trapezoid. That means we need to find 1/2 of the sum of the bases. So we have 8 plus 16 is 24, and 1/2 of it, or divided by 2, the answer is 12. Now, let us discuss a kite. What is a kite? A kite is a quadrilateral with two distinct sets of adjacent congruent sides. The adjacent sides, segment AD and segment AB, are congruent. Also, segment DC and segment BC are congruent. These are theorems on kite. The first theorem states that if a quadrilateral is a kite, then its diagonals are perpendicular. So in kite ABCD, diagonals AC and DB are perpendicular. The second theorem states that one pair of opposite angles are congruent. Angle D is congruent to angle B. They are opposite angles. But angle A is not congruent to angle C. Remember, there should be only one pair of opposite angles that are congruent. Number 3. It has one diagonal forming two congruent triangles. Diagonals AC divides the kite into two congruent triangles, triangle ADC and triangle ABC. However, diagonal DB does not divide the triangle or the kite into two congruent triangles. Triangle ADB is not congruent to triangle BCD. Let us have an example. Complete the following statement given the kite west. Number 1. Segment WS is perpendicular to segment TE. Remember that diagonal WS is perpendicular to TE because diagonals of a kite is perpendicular. Number 2. The measurement of angle WOE is equal to 90 degrees. because these two lines are perpendicular and it forms a right angle. Number 3. If the measurement of angle WTS is equals to 110 degrees, then the measurement of angle WES is equals also to 110 degrees because these two angles are opposite angles, and in a kite, there is exactly one pair of opposite angles that are congruent. Number 4. The measurement of angle TWE is 100 degrees. The measurement of EST is 30 degrees. Then, the measurement of angles WTS and angles WES is equal to 115 degrees. And number 5. Triangle WTS is congruent to triangle WES. I hope you enjoy our lesson for today, class. Now, tandaan, maging mat tiyaga para maging mat galing. See you next time. This is your teacher, Realisa Damasin, your pre-service teacher.